Hello. Who told you life was easy? I'm starting with the truth people rarely say out loud. We highlight our successes, but rarely our failures. Everyday struggles are a constant weight. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Waking up tired before the day's even started. Smiling while your mind is fighting battles no one sees. Trying to do normal things when everything feels so heavy. Carrying responsibilities that don't even belong to you while you're barely holding onto your own. Most struggles don't look like breakdowns. They look like showing up when you're exhausted. Keeping going when you feel empty. And surviving days you didn't think you had the strength for. Just to feel seen. Honour those moments when coping feels important. Don't rush past it. This feeling will help you cope when motivation disappears. Faith feels distant. Strength feels like something other people have. You're not being dramatic, you're just done. You're honouring you. There are moments when coping feels impossible. You're not weak, you're human. How do we get stronger without weak moments? How would we know how much we can cope with if we aren't tested? Redefine what coping actually means. Coping is acknowledging and appreciating, taking those tiny little steps that lead to great places. Like getting out of bed can be really hard for some. Taking one breath at a time. Choosing not to give up even if you don't know why. Allowing the day to be messy instead of perfect. Learning to laugh at yourself more. Hi, enjoy your life, 94. I hope you are well. I hope you've had a fantastic day. Thank you for joining me. Coping isn't always about pushing harder. Sometimes it's about staying present, staying past your comfort zone, staying kind to yourself, and to stop judging yourself unfairly. Here are my doable ways that keep me going. Not advice, just anchors. I take deep breaths. It's so easy to get lost in your own thoughts and buried underneath all these things that are just, all these problems and stresses that feel overwhelming. But if you've done it before, I'm sure you can do it again. So take those deep breaths just to ground yourself, to feel, to clear your thoughts, to make yourself feel good. Shrink in the moment. That means don't look at the bigger picture. Sometimes that's overwhelming. You know, cope with life, cope with this hour, cope with this minute. Just stay in the now. And talk to yourself differently. Replace I can't do this with I'm still here, still standing. I'm going to keep going. It's not going to stop me from doing what I need to do. And rest without guilt. How many times do we feel bad because we don't rest? Or if we rest, we feel guilty. I don't think we should, to be honest. I think that we deserve that. We're entitled to rest. How else are we going to rejuvenate and feel energized to face whatever problems we have? So I never feel guilty about resting. And take time out. Take time for you. Do you remember what you like to do? Do you remember what makes you feel good? You know, it took me a little bit of time to peel back all the layers to find out what it is that I actually like to do. So maybe you can do that. Don't you deserve it? I think you do. You know, we all deserve to find out, to have some fun. Fun isn't a crime. And it's something that we're very hard on ourselves a lot of the time. But if we don't treat ourselves well, who's supposed to treat us good? And when you think you can't cope, don't ask yourself how to survive forever. Just ask, what would help you survive right now? How are you going to get through this? I was asked, I'm asked a lot of questions, but what I was asked, I will talk about in the end. I just want hope should feel earned, not forced. Hope doesn't mean everything gets fixed, not at all. Hi, 𝐾𝐿. It's me and you. How are you going to get through this? Right. Pat yourself on the back if you are still standing. You're learning your own strength slowly but surely. You survived things you thought would break you, but you're still here. If you're coping badly but still coping, you're doing enough. And if you're still here, even when you thought you couldn't be, that alone tells a powerful story. Now you deserve a round of applause. So always be good to yourself and never give up on you. So I was asked if I'm religious, and I believe that there's a higher power. I don't belong to any religion. I like to mix with everything, and I think it's so divided that I can't divide myself. I think that it's so hard to find good people in life that you hold on to who you can. So no, I'm not religious, but I believe in God. He's helped me through all of my stresses and strain. And, that I could never deny, because there was no human being there to catch me when I fell. It was God and God alone. And I was also asked if I pray. And I say yes, but maybe I pray a little bit different, because I ask God, what can I do for you? Because so many people pray for this and pray for that. I feel that I have enough, and I feel that He's done enough. And it's for me now to serve Him, because He's taken me from the pits and raised me. So I can't say thank you enough, So it's about being grateful, being gracious, and honoring, God. Stop asking for things. Do you ever say thank you? I always say thank you, because I am truly grateful. And I encourage others. No, I'm not one to go around preaching, because that's not who I am. But I cannot deny that powerful force. And now I just serve. I don't worry about anything, because I don't feel I have to. Because I put all my trust there. It's taken me out of everything. And so I could not doubt it. And I always tell people, give thanks and praise. Give thanks, count your blessings. Stop looking at what you don't have. Material stuff is not everything. Peace of mind, sleeping well at night. You have a roof over your head, food in your cupboard. What more do we want, really? Is it need or is it greed? Do you say, thank you, God, ever? Or do you just we take a lot for granted? It's only when things start to go downhill that, we look and ask for more. We the air that we breathe, do you know what a privilege that is? Do you know how grateful I am? And so, yes, I think that we count our blessings. Life is never easy, but if you have faith, you'll make it through. Sometimes you have to drown out the noise. I like a lot of time on my own, because that's where I get my messages. I wake up in the night, in the middle of in the morning, with something to do sometimes, and that's where my answers come from. A lot of people don't like silence. because it's tormenting. We have to face our demons when we're in silence. We have no choice. But that's where you're liberated. You become free then. You get answers you really never thought that you would ever get, ever. And I feel so joyous every day. Every day. Hi, Corrady. Thank you, 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭. But yes, so if anyone has any questions, by all means, ask them anytime you want, because that's why I'm here. I'm here to try and problem solve. It's been a really busy day. I've had lots and lots to do, but this channel was set up for a reason, and it's called Courage the Challenge, and it's here. I'm not one of these people that will talk about things that I'm not experiencing. I have my own battles. I'm fighting. I have the courage to challenge the things that I need to, so that I can create, when I can leave a better space for the next generation. If I don't like it, why would I leave it for anybody else? Do you think that's fair? And even if I'm not planning to walk back into it, someone's going to walk into it. So I try and create the changes that I want to see in life. It's a bit of a battle, and people think I'm crazy, but my spirit is driven from a higher force. So I really couldn't tell you where I get my strength from, but I know that, of course, you can ask a question. I know that it's in each and every one of us. There's nothing special about me at all. All of us have this power within us. And it's hard when you're in a dark place and you really can't see a way out. But I'm telling you that there are ways out. You can absolutely achieve your goals if you have faith. And you just stop listening. Look at the people around you and listen to what they say. Not just all that you see. What do you feel? Tune into your intuition. What is it telling you? What is it trying to tell you? What do you need to do? Are you listening to it? Because so many of us listen to other people that just lead us astray. And then 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭, ask your question. Of course you can ask the question. Yeah. So I lost my train of thought. Yeah, they lead us astray, or they say things that are not actually true. There's so much false information out there that as much as I want to hide away, I need to be here. I need to be present. I feel people need to find their own strength, because there is absolutely nothing different about me. I'm very determined. Very determined. I think once you've been wronged once too often, or I've been voiceless for too many years. Of course, I do believe struggles, yes, 𝐾𝐨𝐭, struggles definitely make people stronger. It shows you parts of you that you didn't even know existed. So yes, you are, I wouldn't be me without everything I've had to go through in life. And there were times when you really don't think that you can make it to the next level, but you do. You do. How many times have you said, I couldn't do it, and you've done it? How many times? And what makes you think that you can't continue the same path? If you've done it before, if it's printed in your heart, if it's here, then there's nothing stopping you, just your own mind. Because it doesn't matter what other people say. We allow them to influence us. So in the end, the ultimate decision is ours. So it all comes back to us. And I know that we are so much stronger. I've seen so many people think that they will never make it through, and they have. Me, myself, thought I would never do it, and I have. I'm here. I'm here to try and help others as well. because this isn't just a space for me, it's a space for everybody. I want people to communicate with me. I want to solve problems. I do solve problems in my private life, you know, and so if anyone's suffering with something, let me do some research and show you how you get your answers. You don't have to take it from me. We have Google, we have other places that, you know, we can get information from, no matter where you are. There's help out there. There's lots of strength out there. There's people, good people out there. Even though, you know, we're seeing less and less, everyone that comes into our life, we let them in there. And they're here either for the meantime or for a lifetime. We learn from everyone that we let in. Everybody. Whether we like what they teach us or not. So, you know, but we have to realize we're the ones that put them there. So we didn't want to see what was in front of us. And the truth hurts. But it's also liberating. It's fantastic for growth. I was talking to someone this morning, and, you know, she was saying that the people that she thought was there were not there, and she was so disappointed, and she had to take time out to heal, which I felt was fantastic, because at least she recognized her weaknesses, and she recognized that she needed to take time out, which is, it's the little things that mean the most. When you start seeing things, you know, little steps for progress, just tiny steps lead somewhere. Don't put it all on your shoulders. Sometimes I think people are being too hard on themselves. We are where we are, and we'll get to where we need to get to in the right time. Because if it's not God's will, it won't be done. It doesn't matter what you want or what I want. If it's not God's will, it won't be done. So sometimes we have to realize that that wasn't for us, you know, and that mistake was a lesson, because it taught you now not to go there or to do that, or you've learned from it. And that's how we all grow, isn't it, as people? Trial and error. Right. Is there any other questions? Because I'm not one to just talk, but I did want to talk about it because I see so many people being hard on themselves, and I just don't understand. You know, you are where you are. You always ask God, what is this? What am I going through? I don't like it. Can you please show me the way out? Teach me what I need to learn quick so that I can move to the next level. Because it's there for a reason. There's lessons that we need to learn, but sometimes we don't want to learn them. And the hard way, you know, the truth is right in front of us, but we don't want to see it. But whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, next year, the next 10 years, the inevitable is going to happen. It's about accepting it and moving on. Knowing, before I didn't have triggers, I would walk into everything, you know, and everything would go pear-shaped. Now, my intuition is so strong. And that's the power of meditation. That's the power of sitting in silence. That's the power of being at one with God and knowing that He's never failed me. And I listen intently for the answers. I hear what people say out there, but I always go in here to find out what do I need to know, because it always comes. Emotional strength. What does emotional strength look like to me? Silence. I'm always going to go back to silence, because it's the things that come up to you, because that's what's made me emotionally strong. Before I was weak, I was reactive. You know, now I just stop talking. Does it make sense? You try and reason with people, because you have to realize that we're all different. We're all made completely different. We cannot get on with everyone. And you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's emotional strength, because there's people I've had to walk away from In the last 6 months, I think I've cleared out so many people. And you know what? I love these people, but I've had to love myself more because I was distracted. I couldn't get focused on this. I couldn't focus on anything else. You know, I took my employer to court already and I lost. And so I went back to the job, right? Knowing why I was going back there. And also, I had to go back because, you know, when you're wronged once too often, you have to put things right. It doesn't matter. Even if I lose again, at least I stood up for myself. And that is emotional strength. It's not about winning or losing. It's about standing up for you. Knowing that you've had enough and you're not going to tolerate no more. Do you not deserve peace? Do you not deserve happiness? If you don't fight for you, who's going to do that? And sometimes it's getting egg on your face. It's people laughing at you and everything, but it's not caring. I've gone past caring. I've started to care for me. So it doesn't matter what other people think. When you start caring for you, it doesn't matter. You pay your bills, right? If they're not there when you have a problem, then there's no point them being there. So when I say you have to assess the people, because you've got dreams that you want to reach, you're going to have to make some tough decisions. It's not easy, but it's possible. And so I've let go of people that I absolutely care for. I'm not sure if it's for a lifetime or it's for the meantime. But I've got goals that I want to, you know, I want to be here. I want to help who I can. I've got the you know, more than this case that I'm battling at the moment. So, but I'm always going to show up. And my apologies for not showing up last week. I really didn't feel well and I was overwhelmed. I did my podcast on Friday that I always did, but my live, I just wasn't feeling very well. So my apologies, not intentional. If you look at my history, I've been podcasting for almost 3 years and I've never missed a week. Even though I've had some technical difficulties, I've always done it every single Friday without fail. And now I'm trying to do this live. You guys are not communicating with me. I don't know why, but I would like to do it on I'm just trying to figure out a day that's convenient for you, not a Thursday though, but any other day. Weekends, sometimes I'm on grandma duties. Sometimes, yeah, consistent. Yes, I want to be consistent, correctly. Yes. But my life, I'm just trying to get over my stage fright. You know, I think I'm doing very well considering what I was like 4 weeks ago. But because this is my 4th life that I'm quite happy about. So yes, I'm going to try and be more consistent, but I want to know if it works for everyone. It's not about me. I'm not here for me. I'm here for you. So let me know what you want. I do feel much more relaxed today. So thank you very much for that. And I definitely wish you all well. I hope you've had a good day. I want you to keep your chin up. Keep smiling. Never let anyone tell you who you are, ever, because they will steal your joy. You know, misery loves company. Don't let it get yours. Well, if it gets it, not for long. Okay? And just keep smiling. I appreciate you so much. I wish you the very best. And if you need me, first and foremost, any questions, because I'm about to leave. So if you have any more questions, ask now. And, okay. So, yes, I wish you the best. You have a great week, and hopefully I will see you next week, Tuesday. I am planning to travel, but I will definitely give you notice of me traveling, okay? And it, no matter where I go, listen, I showed up when I was in hospital. I had an operation. I did my podcast from a hospital bed. So I show up no matter what. I will be here as long as there's internet, may I say, because I just need some time away, because I need to go through this I've got quite a few documents that I need to go through. And so I need to get that sorted and a few other things so that I can give you my undivided attention. Okay, what's one habit that helps you stay mentally strong? Meditation. I think silence. I take the noise out. Where before I used to have people in all over and it's confusing when you've got everyone giving you different advice. There comes a point where you have to trust your own judgment. You have to learn to trust your own judgment. Be comfortable with your own thoughts. You know, I'm here just, in my weekly podcast, I ask lots and lots of questions that only you can answer because I want you to trust your own judgment. I don't, I find it really hard to talk to people now because they're telling me what so-and-so said. I don't want to know what so-and-so said. I want to know what you're telling me. What are you saying? Because that's what is important to me. I want to know what's in your mind. What's your thoughts? What's coming from your heart? Who are you as a person? Because I want to get to know you. So I think mentally strong is knowing that you are covered, that you are protected, that you are safe, that what happens will happen. Mental strength wasn't an overnight thing. It took me, I don't know how many years. I don't fear. What is to be will be. Whether I'm here or on the other side, it is what it is. So mentally, when you're weaker is when you care about what people think. If you've done nothing wrong, then it doesn't matter what people think. If you know that you've lived you've made your mistakes and you've become accountable, you've taken accountability for everything. And, there's a difference with if you're wrong and strong and if you're wrong, trying to put things right. I want to put things right. That's why I'm here. I don't want to be here with the whole of my business on things, but to take the shame away from other people, to make people feel worthy and, useful. I want people to know that you can overcome anything. It's your own mind. Your own mind that is your worst enemy. If you're not telling yourself the right things. You can do it. You can absolutely do it. You are worthy. Never doubt that. You are worthy. Whatever it is that you want to do, you're the only person stopping you. Why? So I hope that I've been of help today. And I just want you to know that I wish you the very best. And that's from my heart. Whether, it could be someone I don't even talk to. There's no one that I wish anything but good things. And I hope that everyone's eyes open because I don't know whether people are looking at society, the way society is going. I don't want to spread fear or anything like that, but I think people need to open their eyes. And this is why I'm trying to give everyone, ask yourself the questions that are going to set you free, because that's how I did it for myself. I started I still ask myself a lot of questions because I want to know what is the blockage? What is stopping me from going there? What is making me question my worth? What is this fear? Where is this fear coming from? Ask yourself, whatever you're feeling that you're not comfortable with, ask yourself the questions that will give you the answers so that you don't go through it anymore, or you know how to conquer things that will start to make life a little bit more comfortable. It's plain sailing, no more drama. Because you're the only one with the answers. You are the one that's stopping yourself. You are the one hindering your own progress. You give yourself a hug, man. Give yourself some credit. You are worthy, and anything is possible. But you see, kindness, the things that we really need have no price. The air we breathe is free. Time, you can't buy it. Health, you can't buy it. There's so many things that I really do feel that we're focused on the wrong things. Many people are focused on the wrong things. Me, I'm just glad. I'll just give thanks for everything. Every single thing, even the things I don't like, I'm grateful for. So, what advice would you give me going through a tough time right now? Just know that you can do it. You have so much strength. Email me and we'll talk about your tough time if you don't want to put it on the platform because, it's personal to you. But just know that you have the strength. Give your problems to God. That's what I do. And I don't even worry about them. Because if he's put me to it, he's going to bring me through it. And whether it goes one way or another, I've learned something. Because we cannot control everything. It's not up to us. So give it to God. That's all I can say. And have faith that the right outcome will come, whether it's the outcome that you want or not. Let his will be done. And we must learn to surrender and to be grateful and to know that not everything. We're not owed anything. Not even a conversation, because nobody has to talk to us if they don't want to. No one has to be around us if they don't want to. It's people's choices. Just like you have choices, other people have choices. It's knowing when to let go of what no longer serves. And that's what many of us struggle with, letting go. And yes, because, we're so like the familiar, but we can't grow in the familiar. We have to let things go to grow. So I hope that I've helped you somehow, 𝐾𝐿. But you know that you are stronger than you give yourself credit for. You are my rock. I really appreciate you. You have done so much. And I hate to know that you're suffering. And if there's anything I can do, please email me. And then we can talk about it. Because I definitely, I'm here to help. And I will absolutely do what I can. You know that already. So please feel free. So yes, I wish you the very best in life. And hopefully I'll see you next week. You're not fed up with me yet. But anyway, I appreciate you. I wish you the best. Stay blessed. If anyone says anything negative, shine brighter than you ever have. Okay? Because it's up to you. It's up to you to let people get to you. It's up to you to hold on to negativity. We want to be positive in this house, and we want to keep our energy high, and we must know how to get it there. Exercise, stretch, do something. Find out what takes that stress off your back, because that's how you're going to get to that place of peace. I will procrastinate, but then I will scrape myself up and do what needs to be done. Because yes, sometimes we look at things and the mind makes it one big mountain when it's just a little mountain. So get it done because you can. So just stay blessed and keep smiling. I wish you the very best. Peace.